Lately, it seems like I've started to like someone.
Jinu, you're so handsome!
Just then, Mira burst into my room.
Rumi, what are you doing?
I panicked and put the photo down.
Rumi, what is this? Why do you like the enemy? It's not what you think, Mira.
Mira stepped forward and smashed the frame. I rushed to stop her, but she shoved me away. I fell to the floor. Zoe ran over to help me up.
Are you okay, Rumi? Your leg is bleeding. Are you hurt?
I'm fine, Zoe. I'm okay.
Mira hurriedly handed the first aid kit to Zoe. I grabbed Mira's hand.
Mira, let me explain. It was last night. It was pouring. My phone died, so I couldn't call for a ride. I stood there waving, but no one stopped, so I ran home in the rain. The road was too slippery and I fell. Blood started spreading across the wet pavement. And right then, an umbrella opened over me.
It was Jinu.
Jinu carefully bandaged my wound. Thank you, Jinu.
And he carried me home through the rain?
I felt grateful, so... Mira, don't be mad at Rumi anymore.
Mira didn't say anything. She just wrapped my wound, then walked out. That night, Jinu's cat came to deliver a letter to me. I held it for a long time, struggling with whether I should go meet him or not. I had just stepped toward the door when I saw Mira in the living room, sharpening her sword. I was afraid of Mira, so I didn't go to the meeting place. On the other side, Jinu waited for me until morning. I didn't come. Worried, he came to my house.
Get out of my house!
Mira scattered farewell salt and drove him away. That night, Zoe saw how sad I was.
Rumi, I'll help you.
She made an excuse to pull Mira into a room.
Mira, let's go!
So I could slip out. When I arrived, Jinu was already waiting. He handed me a bag of medical supplies. I took it shyly and quietly said thank you. I had just turned to leave when Jinu followed me.
Actually, that night in the rain, your phone died because I secretly unplugged your charger.
Then what about the taxis that didn't stop?
That was me too. I asked Abby's group to hypnotize them, to blind them so they couldn't see you.
I angrily dropped the medical bag with a thud.
Why would you do that to trick me?
Because only that way would make you notice me.
I froze, my heart stopping for a beat.
Why did you have to do that?
Because Rumi, I think
Suddenly, there was a noise from behind us.
Sorry. You two go on. I won't interrupt.
I should go. I don't think Zoe can hold out against her anymore.
On my way home, I thought to myself,
The truth is, I knew everything. I knew you were following me. When the cars wouldn't stop, I was secretly happy. More than that, the rain that night, it only rained where I was. But honestly, I liked the feeling of leaning against Jinu's steady shoulder.
It's just, if I really fall in love with him, I'm afraid Mira will lose her mind.
When I walked into the house, I only saw Zoe sitting in the corner of the room.
Zoe, what are you doing? Where's Mira?
She went out to meet Abby.
Rumi, stay home, okay? I'm gonna meet baby too. Mira, leaving the group.
The practice schedule plastered all over the wall looked like a sentence. I couldn't remember what day in a row it was anymore.
Rumi, sink your right leg in deeper. How many times now? And it's still off. Why don't you just dance it then? You're the most perfect one in the group anyway.
I snapped back. Zoe flustered.
Come on, you two, it's our comeback stage. If you mess up, the whole formation is off. Then from now on, you can just go solo.
The practice room went dead silent. Mira looked at me, eyes red.
You think I want to yell? I'm exhausted too. All I ever hear is you going, Rumi's wrong, Rumi's off all day.
Zoe grabbed my arm.
Rumi, stop.
I jerked my arm away. Mira stepped back, grabbing her water bottle.
Fine, that's it for today.
She walked out of the room, the door closing a bit too hard. Zoe tried to joke.
You two are famous for being close, and now you're fighting like some drama series.
I just stayed quiet, eyes glued to the worn wooden floor. That night, back at the dorm, Mira locked her room from the inside. I lay there hugging my phone, the screen overflowing with notifications. Hot clip of Huntrix members arguing in the practice room. The angle was tilted, blurry. but the scene of me and Mira was crystal clear. Zoe poked her head in, held her phone.
Rumi, have you seen it?
Who even filmed that? Probably an internal camera got leaked. Mira's dead silent in her room. I've been knocking and she won't answer.
They're calling her the one tearing the group apart.
I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, the manager called all three of us into the meeting room. He hit play on the clip again. Hearing,
Then you can just go solo.
one more time, I wanted to disappear.
I got an email from the company this morning about this clip. And about Mira.
I looked up.
Mira told me last night that she wants to leave the group.
Zoe shot to her feet.
You're joking, right, Mira?
Mira took a deep breath.
Last night I called him. I said if I leave the group, the media will dig less into the conflict thing. Fans won't have to pick sides.
Are you insane, Mira? This whole thing is my fault. I said something awful. Why would you? We're all exploding from the pressure. The clip is just the last drop.
I don't accept this sacrifice one person way of doing things either. I proposed another option to the company.
We held our breath.
Let Huntrix pull out of all schedules for a while. No shows, no events. Just rest, light practice, and sessions with a therapist. At first, they wanted to let Mira go. But in the end, they agreed to a 1-month pause.
Outside, we'll just say you're taking a break to stabilize internal matters. No one is leaving the group.
Zoe exhaled in relief.
For real? We really get a break?
I looked at Mira, seeing her shoulders sag.
So, I need to hear it again. Do you truly want to leave the group?
Mira stayed silent for a long moment before saying,
Last night, when I called you, I really was thinking about it. I was desperate. But to erase myself from Huntrix, I don't want that. I just couldn't think of any other way to make people stop and see us as human.
All right. From today, go back to the dorm, sleep, eat, and don't read the comments. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll take you to see the doctor.
And next time something happens, call me before it becomes a trend.
The door clicked shut. The room fell quiet. Out in the hallway, Zoe whispered.
Hey, 1 month. We're really on break, huh?
Mira sat down on the long bench in the corridor, smacking her lips.
There's something I have to confess.
Both of us turned to her.
Last night, when I told him I wanted to leave the group, I did it on purpose to escalate things. I knew if we just said we're tired, nobody would listen. So I said, the atmosphere in the group isn't good, maybe I should leave. To scare him. To force him to ask the company to let us rest.
Zoe's eyes went round.
So you used yourself to threaten the company?
Mira gave a crooked smile.
Yeah. I was scared they'd say, then just go for real. But I couldn't think of any other way for us to stop without being called weak.
I sighed, stepped over, and lightly tapped her forehead.
Next time you plan something crazy, give us a heads up. The three of us freaking out together is still better than you losing it alone.
Zoe folded her arms.
Huntrix is a combo of 3. There's no such thing as solo. Sacrifice.
Mira looked up, eyes glassy but smiling for real.
Yeah. From now on, any stupid plan has to go through a group meeting first.
In that moment, I understood that more than trying to look strong on stage, the most important thing was that we were still holding on to each other. Brave enough to stop at the right time so we could survive and keep moving forward together. Hello, I'm Rumi. We were on a flight back to Korea. Mira, Zoe, and I were sitting together in business class. Then the plane suddenly shook violently. The whole cabin panicked. I jolted when someone screamed.
Hijackers! There are hijackers!
3 masked men were rushing straight toward business class, and this time, it seemed, they were not looking for anyone except us.
Where's Huntrix?
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Hey, look at me. Breathe with me.
The steel door was quickly slammed shut by the flight attendants just before they burst in. Gunshots exploded from the back, hitting the door. The flight crew frantically grabbed parachutes and told us,
You need to leave the plane now. They're here to kill you. But why us?
Zoe cried in shock and fear.
We just received intel from the ground. This is a plan to wipe out the entire K-pop industry.
What? Mira froze.
You must leave to secure a chance of survival for yourselves and for every passenger on this flight.
Mira grabbed my hand. Zoe stammered.
Jump? Jump with a parachute?
The plane door opened. Wind roared like it wanted to tear everything apart. Gunshots from behind came closer and closer. We were pushed toward the door. The moment I was thrown out of the plane, my heart disappeared.
Somebody help me, please.
The sky spun wildly. Then pop. The parachute deployed, yanking me upward. I gasped for breath and blacked out as the wind howled around me. When I woke up, we had drifted onto an island.
Mira! Zoe!
Thank goodness. They were still breathing. No signal. No one knew where we were. No fresh water, no food, no shelter. On the first day, we only managed to gather coconuts for water, catch fish, build a fire, and set up a small shelter, just enough to cling to life. But the real fear began on the second day. No planes, no helicopters. Strong winds and heavy rain carried a suffocating loneliness. At noon, Zoe sat on the sand, eyes red.
What if no one comes? Then we have to create our own chance for rescue.
So the three of us started dragging huge logs. We arranged them into a massive SOS sign on the beach, large enough to be seen from the sky. When we finished, I collapsed onto the sand, sweat dripping, but still holding on to hope. Evening came. Waves crashed endlessly. Nothing appeared on the horizon. My chest tightened. Zoe buried her face in her knees, and Mira quietly stared at the sea, her eyes red.
Tomorrow, someone will definitely see it.
And on the third morning, a miracle happened. I shot up when I spotted a large ship offshore. So far away it looked like a mirage. But it was real. Zoe cried out.
This is our chance!
We rushed to last night's fire, throwing in dry leaves, branches, anything that would burn. Smoke surged upward, thick, black, curling into the sky like a pillar of desperate hope. Zoe and I ran to the shoreline, waving our clothes until they almost tore, while Mira lifted a burning branch high above her head. The wind blew hard. The smoke tilted. The ship still didn't respond. My heart dropped. Then, the ship slowed, turned its bow toward the island, and headed straight for us. I collapsed onto the sand, tears streaming uncontrollably. Zoe and Mira wrapped their arms around me from behind. On that deserted island, I realized, we don't need demon hunters. We don't need special powers. As long as the three of us hold on to each other, we will survive.
Huntrix disappeared for 3 days. No trace, no calls, and no one knew whether we were even alive.
That morning, Bobby, our manager, came to the apartment early. He was always on time, always holding a hot cup of coffee, always with a list of things to remind us. Bobby rang the doorbell. No one answered. He called. No one picked up. At first, Bobby thought we'd overslept, but after a few hours, worry started taking shape. Standing in front of the closed door, his mind kept flashing back to the times we'd talked about being followed.
We are being followed.
Followed? By who?
The strange messages that showed up out of nowhere, the half-joking lines like,
What if we go missing one day?
and even something I'd once said in a tiny voice.
I just want to disappear for a bit, so I can breathe.
By the end of the first day, Bobby reported us missing. The police came to check the apartment. No signs of forced entry, nothing overturned, nothing torn apart. Still, they opened a missing persons case. Bobby gave them everything. Our schedules, our habits, license plate numbers, every time we mentioned being followed, even the suspicious messages. He signed the paperwork, left emergency contact information, and went home caught between hope and despair. On day 2, the news spread.
Oh my god, no!
I knew this was coming.
Headlines sprouted like weeds. Huntrix missing. Where is Rumi? Mira and Zoe vanish in a mystery. Fans panicked. Aunties celebrated. While social media screamed our names, the police checked hospitals and reviewed security cameras around the area.
I knew all of it, but I couldn't say a word.
Because the truth was, we disappeared on purpose. For those 3 days, we were in a small coastal town, doing volunteer work for a children's support center and a community kitchen. Mira carried crates of milk and taught the kids how to fold paper cranes. Zoe handled medicine supplies, sorted winter clothes, and sat with people as they told their stories. And I stayed in the kitchen, serving meals, washing dishes, holding a baby who fell asleep against my shoulder. We kept it from Bobby because we were afraid he'd stop us. Bobby loved us in the way someone does when they're always trying to protect everything from risk. If we told him, there would be security, schedules, private cars, cameras, a pre-written post ready to go, but we just wanted to do something good quietly, without turning kindness into a poster. Until the third day. That afternoon, while I was bending down to hand a meal box to an elderly woman, I saw a girl standing a few yards away. She didn't run up for an autograph. She just raised her phone and took a picture. One soft tap, but it was enough to drag us back into the world. That night, the photo showed up online with the caption, Spotted Huntrix, volunteering in a seaside town. Alongside, it was a sliver of ocean and a few small details, just enough for people to identify the location. The police narrowed down the area, then called Bobby first. Within 2 hours, a police car rolled into the yard. The officers got out, and so did Bobby. Bobby walked toward us fast.
Rumi, do you have any idea how worried everyone's been?
Bobby, we're okay. We're sorry. We just went to volunteer.
We didn't tell you because we wanted it quiet, and we were afraid you'd worry.
You wanted quiet. I get it. But I can't survive that kind of quiet, not knowing whether you're safe.
That's when I understood. We wanted to do something good, but we forgot one thing. Kindness shouldn't make the people who love you panic from fear.
On the morning of the 4th day, we came home with Bobby and the police. Bobby said it softly.
Next time, tell me. I'll be quiet with you.
Merry Christmas!
I was walking alone through the bright Christmas streets, listening to the sound of bells drifting in the cold wind. A man dressed as Santa Claus approached and held out a small cup of liquid.
Hey girl, share a drink with Santa?
I hesitated, but his gentle smile made my guard drop.
Just one sip.
After drinking, everything in front of me blurred. I tried to drag myself back to the dorm.
Zoe! Mira, help! Help!
But when my legs could no longer hold me, I collapsed in front of a wooden house. Then, everything went dark. The next morning, I woke up. My eyelids were heavy, my head pounding like someone was hitting it with a hammer. The scene before me shocked me. A blanket was tucked around me, a warm towel on my forehead, a glass of water and medicine beside me. And Jinu, sleeping, slumped over next to the bed.
Jinu? Wake up!
He jolted awake.
You're up. Last night you collapsed right in front of my house.
Hey girl, are you okay?
I could only bring you inside.
My face burned with heat.
When I carried you inside, your body was so cold I thought you might not wake up.
I had to keep changing the warm towels, make you drink a few sips of water.
You had a fever too, so I stayed by your side the whole night. I just didn't want anything bad to happen to you on Christmas Eve.
Before I had time to be embarrassed, the door burst open. Mira and Zoe stormed in like a snowstorm.
Rumi! We finally found you!
But the moment they saw Jinu sitting close to me, their faces changed. No explanation needed. They instantly misunderstood. Zoe narrowed her eyes.
So that's what this is! Let's go right now! You're finished!
Mira rolled up her sleeves.
I knew it. How could you let him lure you again? Jinu, I'm warning you. Yes, Mira. It's not what you think.
I shouted.
We're leaving. You're not staying here another second.
They looked at Jinu with a glare that could scare even the Demon King himself, because I felt guilty. And honestly, out of basic politeness, I thought I should at least thank Jinu properly. So the next day, I went to his house and helped him decorate for Christmas.
The star is perfectly placed.
It looks wonderful. The whole tree is amazing this year.
Thanks for yesterday.
He gave a small smile.
This is for you. I made it myself.
I opened it.
Thank you so much.
A scarf. My face turned red instantly. Out of sheer embarrassment, I ran home immediately, but forgot my phone. When I went back to get it, I hadn't even knocked yet when I heard Jinu's voice inside.
Yeah, Abby, thanks for arranging the guy who sold the drink. Trix has already started misunderstanding each other. Everything's progressing well.
Good job, Jinu. You made Huntrix fall out, and you temporarily ruined her singing voice. They won't be able to compete with us in the upcoming showcase.
My hands trembled. I looked at the Christmas gift he gave me and tightened my grip. I shoved the door open and threw the gift into the snow. Jinu turned around, startled.
Rumi, listen to my explanation.
I said nothing. I stormed in and destroyed the Christmas tree the two of us had just decorated together. Then I turned and walked away. Jinu reached out to stop me.
Rumi, listen.
Enough, Jinu!
I pushed him aside and continued walking. Behind me, in the dim light, Jinu ran out, calling my name. But I didn't turn back, and I heard it clearly, his heartbeat faltering for just a moment.
It still hurts right here. Even now.
The next day, when I was panicking because my voice still wouldn't return, a knock came at the door.
Christmas gift. Remember to take the medicine. Don't worry, this is the antidote. We should compete fairly in the upcoming showcase.
I took it. Suddenly, he blocked the door and said,
I'm sorry, Rumi.
Stop right there! Don't take another step!
The words burst out of my mouth so sharply that Mira and Zoe both jerked and spun around. At that exact moment, I saw a boy around 6 years old standing right at the edge of the water park pool, where the tiles were slick with water spilling over them, shiny like they had been oiled. Wind from the wave machine blew hard, water slapping against his legs again and again. He looked around in panic, eyes red from crying. We only had 30 seconds left before the intro music would play. Fans had already packed the wave pool area, sunlight reflecting on the water like real stage effects. Everything was ready for the biggest summer performance of Huntrix. But no one below noticed anything. Everyone was counting down, shouting our names, waiting for us to step out. I tossed my mic back to Mira and bolted out of formation, running straight toward the pool edge. Zoe shouted behind me.
Rumi! The music is about to start! You're the opening formation!
I didn't answer. I just ran faster. The boy stepped back because the crowd behind him pushed slightly, and behind him was only deep water. I slid on the wet tiles and managed to grab his wrist at the exact moment he slipped. The boy burst into loud sobs.
Where's my mom? I'm scared.
I hugged him close, calming him even though my heart was pounding like it wanted to tear my chest open. It's okay. I've got you. No one's letting you fall. Mira and Zoe ran over, blocking the sides to stop fans from crowding in. Security rushed in too, their faces pale.
That area is really deep. If he fell in, it would be extremely dangerous.
I asked gently.
Do you remember what your mom was wearing?
The boy nodded while crying.
Mom, yellow shirt, long hair.
I took a deep breath, stood up, raised my arm high, and shouted louder than the fans.
The mother in the yellow shirt of this little boy! Where are you?
The noise started to die down. People in the area looked around. Then from the right side, a woman in a yellow shirt collapsed to her knees, covering her mouth and crying.
My baby!
She rushed forward, pushing through the crowd as if there was only one goal in her entire life. When she finally held her son, the two of them broke down, crying so hard that no one could look at them without feeling their heart tighten.
Thank you, oh my god!
She couldn't form proper words, only clung to her child. I let out a long breath, my whole body soaked with pool water and sweat. Zoe placed a hand on my shoulder, laughing breathlessly.
Rumi, if you were half a second slower, we would have been live streaming a disaster.
Mira gasped.
I saw you jump off the stage and thought you slipped, not that you were saving someone.
I laughed even though my legs were still shaking.
Not slipping is already lucky.
But the chaos of the show wasn't over. From the walkie-talkie, the director yelled like he was about to smash his head against a wall.
Huntrix! The intro music is over. Get on stage now. Skip straight to part 2. Don't just stand there.
The three of us looked at each other, hair wet, outfit soaked, mascara slightly smudged from the pool water, panting from running. I took a deep breath.
Let's go! We already turned this crazy water park into a battlefield anyway, so let's perform like we meant it!
Zoe burst out laughing. Mira shook her head and pulled me along. The three of us sprinted back to the stage, sliding across the wet floor like figure skaters. The crowd exploded when they saw us return. Fans screamed louder than ever. I grabbed the mic, spun once, and joined the beat right where the music was still rolling. The stage erupted. Water sprayed up like fireworks. The entire wave pool jumped to the rhythm. And in that moment, I understood.
It wasn't a perfect jump or a flawless intro that made a moment special. But the second you decide to save a life without hesitation,